how you doing? Hey there, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Today's gossip, we're going to have morning gossip, midday gossip, and afternoon gossip. And this gossip today is about this young man named Buford the Bastard. I'm probably sure y'all might have heard of him. I don't know. He lived down the road down that way somewhere. But anyway, Buford had eyes for Charlene. You know, everybody wasn't too stuck on Buford, but Buford looked strange. You know, he had hips like a woman and had a gap so big you probably could have put a chicken leg or a turkey leg through Buford's gap in his mouth. But anyway, Buford happened to be over at Charlene's house one morning, or whatever time of day. You know, I just heard this through the grapevine. Heard it through the grapevine. And so, Charlene, they was gonna have a dinner at the church that afternoon, that evening, you know, on over into the night up until about 11 o'clock. But anyway, excuse me. Anyway, Buford was hanging around because he had eyes for Charlene. And Charlene had a soft spot for him. She didn't want to go with him or nothing. But anyway, she said, Buford, could you go out there to my she shed and get some chicken and some ribs and some pork chop? I want to cook that. I want it to be thawed out, you know, so I can cook it for the church gathering this afternoon, tonight, up into the night. So Buford went out there. And, you know, Buford was pretty smart in school. He was on the football team, you know. But nobody seemed to want Buford because he was shaped, he was like a woman. You know, that big old gap. But Charlene always had a soft spot for Buford. But anyway, he went out there to get what she needed. And so, as time passed, Charlene noticed that Buford wasn't hairing up coming back in the house. You know, he was incognito. He went missing in action. So she said, well, Buford need to come on back in so that food can thaw out so I could, you know, get it ready for this afternoon for the night. So she went out there and she was calling him, Buford, Buford. She went out there, her she shed door open, the freezer door was left open, and she noticed a few packs of her meat was gone. So she said, wait a minute now, hold on. I know Buford ain't did all this. So she closed everything up and she went back in the house. She said, well, I can't wait for him, whatever he did. I can't wait for this meat to thaw out. I'm going to go on down here and buy some meat from the grocery store because, you know, it was getting on toward that time. So she went downtown and she saw her friend named Margaret. She saw Margaret, and Margaret said, hey, Charlene, how you doing? What you been doing, girl? What's going on? She said, I'm down here. She said, have you finished cooking? Margaret asked her, has she finished? You know, she said, no, I'm still working on it. I just got to cook my meat and stuff. I sent Buford out there to get my meat out my she shed, and girl, he never came back. She said, you sent Buford the Bastard out there to get some meat out your meat shed? She said, yeah. Said, you know, I always, you know, was kind of Buford. Everybody in high school didn't do no more pick at him and treat him that. She said, well, girl, Margaret told her, well, girl, I just saw him about an hour ago selling meat on the street to different people. And Charlene said, well, that was my meat. She said, yeah, the meat was frozen. So he came up to me asking me. Say, I told him, no, Buford, I don't know where you got that meat from. She said, but girl, if I knew it was yours, I would have brought every back. Or either I would have called you. I would have brought every pack and brought it back to you. She said, no, that's okay. So they went on. She brought her meat. She went home. She said, I'm going by Miss Earlene's house. I'm going by here. As soon as I get home, I'm going to drop my groceries off and I'm going over there. Miss Earlene was Buford's mother. You know, Buford was known to steal a little bit. But anyway, she went over there and she knocked on the door. She called Miss Earlene. Miss Earlene said, come on in, Charlene. Hey, Buford not here. He ain't here. So she went in and she explained to Miss Earlene just what Buford had did, taking her meat and sold it. She said, I know that boy ain't took your meat and sold your meat like that. She said, yes, ma'am, he did because Margaret saw him. He said, that's all right. Well, let him bring himself back here. Let him come on back here. I'm going to deal with it. So when he got back, he came in real quiet. Miss Charlene was sitting in the kitchen. She said, Buford? Buford? Yeah, Mama. She said, come here. Come on down to this kitchen. Let me talk to you. So she talked to him. She told me, I heard what you did to Charlene. I heard you took her meat. You ain't had no business doing that, and you gonna replace it. Better yet, go out there in them woods and clear out me a spot so I can make me a garden. Okay, Mama. I can't die but a dog, Mama. I can't. She said, I ain't say do it tonight. She said, I said do it tomorrow. So she went on. They went to bed. Buford got up. Charlene heard him get up. She said, Buford, Buford, Buford. He said, yes, ma'am. She said, you gonna eat breakfast? I'll come back for it, Mama. So he went on out there in the woods and sat around, waited till Miss Early started cooking and he could smell the bacon. But out there in the woods is a very big surprise. So he left and he went to his friend across the street, Bummer or whatever his name is. And him and Bummer went somewhere. So Miss Early went out there and she called him for breakfast. Buford! 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 I wonder where this man, boy done went. So she went walking out into the woods. She went out there and honey, the surprise was there were lawnmowers, t-shirts, clothes, cameras, anything you want to name was out there in those woods. She said, I know doggone well Buford ain't got all this stuff out here in this woods. She said, that's all right. That's all right. I'm gonna see him when he get home. So she went back in the house. She fixed his breakfast. She laid off to the side. Buford didn't get in till that night, late that night, honey. Buford got in. He thought Miss Earlene was asleep, but she wasn't. So Buford goes in there. She said, Buford, I know that's you. She got up, put on her house coat, went around there and told Buford who all that stuff out there in the woods belonged to. What stuff, Mama? She said, Buford, don't lie to me. She said, I saw you when you went down there out in the woods, down the path. Now you tell me who that belonged to. Well, that's some stuff Bummer had me holding for him. She said, you get that stuff off my property, Buford, and you get it off here now. Yes, ma'am. But it's dark outside. She said, I don't care. So Buford went on out. She said, you go wake Bummer up and tell him I said, come on over here and help you get this mess out. So Buford went out there in the woods and stayed there till daybreak. Then he went and he told Bummer. Bummer told him, well, we ain't got nowhere else to hide it, man. So he went back home, and as he was coming home, what's her name, Miss Earlene saw him. She said, Buford, have you got that stuff out the woods? No, ma'am, we gonna work on it. She said, you hear her up and work on it. So by that time, when Miss Earlene went back and went in the house and was heading till she heard a knock at the door, she went to the door. It was the cops. Somebody had reported that Buford and Bummer was stealing stuff and hiding it. And she called Buford, and Buford headed off through the woods, went down through the woods, ran across the creek, and took off. They didn't see Buford for almost 2.5 years. He come sneak in the house while Miss Early sleep, but he thought she was asleep. She wasn't asleep. She knew he was coming there getting food. And so Bummer ended up going to jail. He had to do the time. Because, he did the crime. But Buford ended up staying in the woods for over 2 years or a year. I don't want to exaggerate. But y'all, please be careful. Please be careful who you associate yourself with and who you call friends. I know Charlene did, because I don't think she ever really had anything else to do with Buford after that. But the moral of the story is be very selective in who you befriend yourself with. All right, bye. Talk to you later.